December 3rd, 2020, practice/on your own. Edith needs 65 yards of yarn to knit a baby hat and 580 yards of yarn to knit a baby blanket. How many balls of yarn does Edith need to buy to make the baby hat and baby blanket if a ball of yarn contains 1,000 feet? All right, so it looks like we're going from yards to feet. So we have yards, same thing, yards, and we're trying to get to feet. Feet. All right, so she needs 65 yards for the baby hat and 580 yards for the blanket. How do I figure out how much she needs altogether of yards? Well, I'm going to add 580 plus 65, and yes, we have to line up our place values. So the 65, both of our ones placed, the 0 and the 5 line up, perfect. All right, so we're going to add these. Now, 0 plus 5 is 5. 8 plus 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm going to carry that 1, drop that 4. 5 plus 1 is going to be 6. So, 645. 645 what? Oh, 645 yards. That's what we're starting with. So that's how much she needs. All right, now, what are we always going to do with that one? The first one, what we start with? Put it over 1. Now, what are we trying to get to? Feet. We're trying to get to feet. So here's one that's feet and here's another that's feet. What are we trying to get rid of? The yards. So we're trying to get rid of yards, so we want to diagonally put it diagonal down. We want to put it diagonal, and so 1 yard equals, so yards and feet, I know that 1 yard, if we go back to our conversions, 1 yard equals 3 feet. So do you remember doing that? 1 yard equals 3 feet. There's 3 rulers in 1 yardstick, just like what we have at school. All right, so now, okay, perfect. We have those yards because we need to get rid of those yards because yard divided by yard equals 1. So now we're left with feet, and that's what we need. So 645 times 3 is going to equal, well, yes, the number is down here, 1,935, but you can show your work as well. And then 1 times 1, well, I'm sorry, when you're multiplying fractions, you're going to go straight across. Forgot to remind you there. And then same thing down here, 1 times 1 is going to be 1. So do we have this over 1? Yes, we do. But the question is, how many balls of yarn does Edith need to buy if each ball of yarn contains 1,000 feet? So in this case, our answer is 1,935 feet, right? So I'm going to put down here, our answer total, what she needs is 1,935 feet. Well, how many balls of yarn? If 1 ball of yarn contains 1,000 feet, so 1,000, that'll cover maybe about half of it because this is almost 2,000 feet she needs. So how many balls of yarn? She's going to need 2 balls of yarn. So I'm going to put 2 for 2 balls of yarn. So that's what she's going to need. And then that's your answer. That's it. So Edith will need 2 balls of yarn. Awesome job.